He was driving all the time. I said, it's funny that they got Vin Diesel driving everywhere. It's great. That hoe is crazy.
When a man learns to feel love, he must also bear the risk of feeling hate.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Feeq or Feeq, with my co-host, my other host.
Co-host Dana Dane in the building. And we also got nobody else because it's just us.
Yeah.
It probably has been a minute since it's just been me and you on the episode.
Yeah, maybe 3 episodes ago, 4. Yeah, I don't remember.
That's been like a month.
Yeah, probably over a month.
Over a month at least. But yeah, man. You know, back at it, like we never left.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're gonna get into some stuff. Obviously, you know, we have our this will be our Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 review. But before we get into that, you know, obviously we're gonna get into how we've been doing it. Also got some talk about some rumors that have been circulating and percolating that I want Feek's opinion on. Because it kind of made me think like this bigger question in terms of like comic book movies and basically gender swapping. If y'all know what I'm talking about, then I'll just go ahead and get into it. So basically is a rumor going around that a call sheet went out for Marvel for the Fantastic Four, and it said that we're looking for any cast. This is for the Thing specifically, like the character Ben Grimm, the Thing. It's like, we're looking at a cast like Jewish actors, male and female, and apparently actress Miley Kunis was on that list, or on the top of the list. So this article basically took that
and
ran with it as like Miley Kunis is the Thing, essentially. Because I think like the day after that, she said somewhere was like, I go to sleep one night and wake up the next thing I'm the Thing. Like, so apparently she debunked it. But yeah, so I guess your take on that, like a female version of the Thing, like how would you feel about that?
I mean, it would be
first thoughts about that.
First thoughts, I'll be like, okay, is she gonna say it's clobbering time? I really care that much, as long as the acting's good. Honestly, if they did that though, I would be like, are we changing Johnny I was about to say Johnny Blaze. Johnny Storm to a girl? I mean, if you do that, then I'll be like, all right, cool. Just switch every character in the Fantastic Four, just swap them. Fuck it. But I know a lot of comic book niggas will be like, why the fuck are you doing that? But I feel like the only way it'll be bad is if the storyline was bad. If the storyline is good and the acting's good, I don't think niggas will still care, but it wouldn't be as big.
Because here's my thing. When I first heard that, I was like, because usually I'm on your side. I'm like, I mean, if they gender swap or race swap a character, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, because they've done it before with like Marvel and Captain Marvel and like some other character that I just can't think of right now. But it's like with Ben, the reason I had like a very visceral reaction when I saw it, I was like, why? Like, why would you do that? Because to me, it just seemed like a bit of a force. If it was a woman, because like in the comics, they do have a female thing, but it's like, that's not Ben Grimm. So to me, like, this woman is supposed to be Ben Grimm. Like, in my opinion, I feel like there's certain characters where it doesn't matter if it's race swap or gender swap. Like, prime example. I think if they made Doctor Doom a woman, I would be personally okay with that. If they made Doctor Doom a woman, I think that'd be fine. Now, is that the popular choice? Obviously not. But I think you can still get Doctor Doom as a woman because their goals wouldn't necessarily change. It's like with the Fantastic Four, it isn't just for individuals. Like the Fantastic Four to me is like its own character. And it's like you change that, you kind of change the whole group in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because like because Ben Grimm specifically and Reed Richards are like boys. Like they're bros, they're niggas. So it's like,
hey, yo, no, that's what you.
So like if you make Ben Grimm a woman, that changes like that whole dynamic.
Unless you just make Mr. Fantastic into Mrs. Fantastic and make Mrs. Fantastic into Mr. Fantastic.
And it's like, okay, you want to do that, but it's like, this is your first introduction of the Fantastic Four in the MCU.
Yeah.
I'd rather them get it right the first time, staying true to the characters, than trying to like get it wrong doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Because like we got the first few Fantastic Fours; those are decent. I actually like them. I like Reed Richards, and the nigga who played Doctor Doom was kind of corny.
Yeah.
And then then there's that godforsaken Fantastic Four movie that no one ever talks about, and no one should ever talk about.
That host so ass. I finally watched it for the first time last year. It was last year, or either the beginning of this year. God awful.
Yes, it's just like, let's just get a breath of fresh air of like a semi like comic book accurate Fantastic Four. Like, let's just try it. Don't do nothing crazy.
Yeah. And I think they will. I think that was just too. I think that was for that whoever built that article. I think that was just them that was there for them to get clicks.
I agree. And it's just like, respectfully, we haven't really gotten anything close to like not Doctor Doom, like Fantastic Four news since the Adam Driver shit. And I think that was a rumor as well. I don't necessarily know if he came out and confirmed it, anything confirmed it, but
yeah.
So it's like we're kind of just taking these rumors
and running with it.
And it's like the movie's supposed to come out in the next like year and a half in 2025. Now, hope they have a
I think they're gonna push it back to like 26.
That's what it seems like, because if they're still working on casting, then they clearly haven't filmed anything. I don't even know if the script or story is done. We don't know who the villain is gonna be.
Shit,
I really don't. I really hope it's not Doom, because like we've seen that twice and it failed. So like let's let Doom be his own thing. Like, don't necessarily have him as the main villain in the first movie. Y'all can introduce him in the movie, but I don't think he needs to be like the main thing. And it's like, to that point, you know, you're building up to Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty, whereas like Secret Wars, Doctor Doom was a main part of that storyline. Like, he was the main part of that event. And right now we have Kang, and we don't even know we're gonna have Kang.
Yeah,
I mean, we're gonna have Kang. We just don't know we're gonna have Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, that's a
big if.
That's a story for a different day.
I agree.
But yeah, I think just to kind of close out the Fantastic Four stuff, I think it's what I said. Yeah, it's so early, and that was just for clicks. And then even when it comes to the script, I doubt they've even started it. As we see with, I'm not gonna go on a tangent, but as we see with Blade being postponed, and everything,
indefinitely, I'm just like, bro.
So I think they're gonna push back all these major projects back by like months or a year at least.
Yeah, the Blade thing just kind of makes me sad, because it's like, you know, I was really excited for it, but to be fair, like, Blade isn't really like a super popular character. Like, it's a very niche character with like a very niche audience. Like, very specific people like Blade. And it's like, you know, all this delay is making me nervous. with rewrites and new directors coming in, scrapping whole scripts. So I mean, but part of that is a good thing because this is like at least they're recognizing the bullshit early before it's too late.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'd rather them take their time with this and make it good than they put out a bullshit movie and then it's like, okay, well, I guess we got a Black Morbius.
Hey, bro. Please, listen.
Not literally in terms of like the film, how bad it was. Speaking of Morbius, usually we'll talk a little bit about Craven. Some news we got there. Apparently it's supposed to be rated R.
For real?
Yeah. It's supposed to be like Sony confirmed and was like, okay, this is a rated R movie. Because a lot of people are excited about that because basically both Venoms and Morbius were PG-13. But I believe originally they were shot to be rated R. Like I think it's supposed to be a lot more gore, a lot more violence in it. But upper management came in and was basically like, yeah, cut all this shit out. And then that's how we get what we got. So a lot of people were excited about that. I mean, I'm excited for it because I would want to see Craven on this big screen. It's just, I need Sony to like make a decision in terms of like, are y'all gonna have Andrew Garfield as y'all's like Sony versus Spider-Man? Like I need them to make up their minds because if this Craven movie drops like flops again, if this is another Morbius, they need to pack it up. They need to give it up in terms of like live action Spider-Man movies. Like scrap Madam Web, throw out that Sinister Six bullshit y'all planning because I'm already predicting right now that end credit scene, however the movie goes, that end credit scene is going to be a scene of either Morbius or what's that nigga name? Michael Keaton as the Vulture coming out and breaking him out of jail.
Please.
And making that Sinister Six movie.
Please.
I can guarantee you it's going to be one of those.
Don't piss me off, bro. If you know me, you know how much I hated that movie, that Morbius. And it's not even I hated the movie. That end credit scene just pushed me. That end credit scene really sent me over the edge. The whole movie itself, I was like, oh, this is like a 4 or 5. The end credit scene, man. If y'all could see my reaction to seeing that shit, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Boy. Oh, my goodness.
Nah, so, I mean, what are your hopes about that? Because they showed some footage of it at CinemaCon recently, and a lot of people were excited about it. They showed, apparently, like, Russell Crowe is going to be in it as, like, the original Craven, and Evan Taylor Johnson is going to be, like, the newer Craven. Okay, that's Feeq window.
I didn't know the window was open. I said, who is breaking into the house? Oh,
get the gun.
Literally
on GTA.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
All right. No, but as Feeq's doing that, I don't know. I'm excited for the movie because I'm like, okay, Craven is a pretty popular character, but he's popular because of his run with Spider-Man in Craven's Last Hunt, where he hunted Spider-Man and killed him. In comic book terms, he came back, but no one really dies in comics. Spoiler alert. But so I'm excited for that. But it's like, apparently the main villain is supposed to be the Rhino, and it's not the Rhino from the second Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. It's a different Rhino. I can't remember the actor's name or who they said was going to be the actor, but he's supposed to be the main villain. I guess he's hunting him, and and Craven's going to be like this anti-hero nigga, whatever. I don't know. Part of me is like, I don't want this movie to flop, but it's like, if this movie flops, I hope Sony just realizes like, you cannot make a good movie without Spider-Man. Like, you cannot. It just don't work.
I wouldn't even say you can't make a good movie without Spider-Man. I think one thing with that Morbius movie is I wouldn't even say antagonist. I guess, well, for the sake of this, the antagonist in that movie, he was like very forgetful, and it was almost to the point. It was almost to the point where it's like, bro, you're forcing.
Yeah,
like
essentially,
your motivation is weak as hell.
He was fighting a more evil Morbius.
Yeah, like your motivation is weak as fuck. I want to walk, nigga. What?
And,
okay,
right, whatever.
And now you're going after his girl. That's so random. Where's the correlation?
Right.
And so, really, the story needs to be good, and then whatever antagonist or protagonist this person is fighting, it gotta be good too, because I ain't trying to watch no damn Morbius 2.0.
I mean, apparently it's supposed to be Rhino, but maybe it being rated R might say maybe they might actually like film how they want to film, and the action and gore and violence might save it. Maybe. I don't know. I'm being very
just some meathead shit.
I'm very being very enthusiastic and positive about it right now, but I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure in like the next few weeks or a couple months we'll probably get like an actual teaser from the movie, and then maybe we can give our thoughts on that. But until then, this all I'm gonna say is for Sony, this better not be another Morbius, because if it is, I need to pack it up. In terms of live action movies, pack it up. I'm tired. Like, go ahead and y'all can let they can let Venom 3 come out, but after that, no, nothing else. Because my thing is like, pick a side. What if at the end of, this is a side tangent and we can get into it, but like, what if at the end of like the Miles Morales like Spider-Man trilogy, he ends up coming in the Sonyverse, and that's they Spider-Man
at the end of Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Like after they do the second part?
Yeah, after they do the second part.
That would be crazy. Because we already know the Spider-Verse is kind of in there.
Right.
From Multiverse of Madness, when they did, we can just assume because they did that cartoon style, even though that more so was what if, but all that shit can connect if they want to.
Right.
That would be kind of...
Because part of me is
that'd be
thinking
kind of
like,
hard, but it'd be weird.
It would, but part of me is thinking like, could they somehow tie this animated universe into either MCU, and that's how we get Miles, or the Sonyverse, and then that's how we get Miles by Secret Wars. That's how we get a live action Miles, and that way we don't have to age him up or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there might be like a continuity error, because technically Miles already exists in the MCU, because we met
Donald Glover, his
cousin or his uncle, I guess, in either the first Spider-Man or the second one.
It was
both, actually.
I think
it was the first. He was selling weapons.
I don't remember which one it was.
He was in one of the movies, and he was related to Miles.
Yeah, they was in a parking garage or something.
Yeah,
when he met him.
Yeah, but with that being said, we can go ahead and get into this movie. Usually, we'll go ahead and give our non-spoiler review, and then we'll get more into spoilers and more detailed items. So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Amazing. Non-spoiler review. Off one watch. I'm gonna go watch it again. I don't know when, but amazing, emotional, very, 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 very good writing, very, very, very good fight sequences.
I agree.
I can say that was some of the best fight sequences Marvel has had. It's a specific one, and I'll talk about it once we get to the spoiler part. That was like, I was watching, I said, this shit is incredible.
No, I agree.
Like, just for an action movie in general. But yeah, real good. Storyline was good. It was a good closure to this Guardians sequence, because it's the last movie for them. Yeah, and then I guess I could just give a quick rating. I'd say like I'd say 8 out of 10. Really, I would say 10 out of 10, but 8 or 9, depending on how I'm feeling around there.
Yeah. No, I agree with a lot of things you just said. For me, I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. I think this is the best movie out of this Phase 5 so far. I do believe it's better than Ant-Man. Ant-Man was good. It just had like, I did not like the ending.
Yeah.
And it did not feel like an Ant-Man movie. Well, it was an Ant-Man movie, but it didn't feel like the first two, where it was like, this is Ant-Man, and like the humor was balanced with the story. We care about these characters, and it's leads into this big event, which I kind of feel like, at least the second one. I don't really remember the first one, but the second one definitely did a good job of leading into Endgame, or at least it was Endgame, right? I think that came out after Infinity War, huh?
Yeah, because the second one is when they get snapped at the very end of it.
It did, yeah.
And he's stuck in the quantum, whatever realm, yeah.
Yeah, so Ant-Man 3 was good. It just had its flaws. This one had a lot less flaws. And you can tell just through this movie, James Gunn loved this character.
He put his foot in that direction.
These characters give a great send off. Drax was, Dave Bautista did his thing. Through the whole movie, I was just thinking like, damn, I know this nigga tired of putting this shit on, like being a dumb nigga. But he was funny. Everybody was good. Mantis, even like, what's his name?
Peter.
Yeah, Peter Quill was good. I was trying to think like the actress's name for Gamora.
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, I was like, Zoe Saldana or Halle Berry? I know those
Halle
are two
Berry
completely different niggas. But yeah, Zoe Saldana. They did good. Even Nebula, she was over time, I've grown to really, really like and appreciate Nebula.
Yeah.
Like just through these different Guardians movies, through the Avengers movies, and just like she might have had like some of the best character development of anybody in this MCU, like in this phase.
Yeah.
In this timeline.
I agree.
It's like now it's not even like you don't even think about like, damn, like she was at one point trying to kill these niggas. Like she was Thanos' daughter. Like she's an integral part of this team now. And you can definitely see that.
Shit, she an Avenger now after Endgame.
Avenger. At this point, if you was at that fight, you're an Avenger.
If you helped get all the damn stones, you were an Avenger.
Type shit. Who are the Avengers now? That's a different video. That's a different discussion for another day.
I ain't gonna lie. Shit, nobody. But we can get a little more spoilerish. So if you haven't seen the movie and just wanted to hear our voices, you can come back in probably like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, however long.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start spoiling in 3, 2, 1. So when that nigga Peter died, no,
into that,
bro,
they duped us,
nigga.
They fooled our dumb ass because I was convinced Drax was dying. I was convinced someone was dying.
Can I just tell?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna go in the full order of the movie. I just want to talk about that opening sequence. So I walked in like a minute late. So what's his name?
What part
Adam Warlock had just showed up. So I didn't get the very beginning of him leaving wherever. Yeah. But I just got the very beginning when he showed up and was like, as soon as he punched, I forgot who he hit first. But I showed up right there.
He hit Rocket first.
Yeah. As soon as he showed up, I said, I was like, wait. I said, nigga, I said, is this the middle of the movie? I said, we starting off like this. I was talking to Jack.
Nah, this I guess to kind of like fill in that gap where you started. It basically, so it started off with them in nowhere. You didn't miss much.
I know they said they was drinking or they was partying or something.
Not really. Like it was more so like the aftermath of that, and it opened up with like Rocket as a baby and a hand reaching out to him.
Oh, the scene from the trailer.
From the trailer, it was like Rocket as a baby raccoon in a cage, and the hand of the High Evolutionary reaching out to him and getting him, and then it morphed back into him now on nowhere, and then just him walking there playing that song "Creep." And him going to like the bar where Peter, was basically passed out drunk in the bar. And then that's where like you see the scene of like Nebula and then like picking him up and getting him out the bar and shit.
Okay.
And then because obviously at this point Peter's still grieving over like Gamora like not be a part of the team, how this new Gamora just does not
she don't fuck with that nigga at all.
Just Peter eventually just kind of coming to terms with that. So there was that, and then that's when it basically led into Adam Warlock pulling up, because before that it was like him kind of talking to Nebula about some things. I can't remember really what it was, but then he got in a room and took his shirt off, and then that's when you see like the scars on his back and like him getting tested on this stuff and modified. And then that's when Adam Warlock pulled up and rammed his ass up.
Bro, because when I saw that sequence, I said, these niggas are getting fucked up 3 minutes into the movie, and they was getting their shit worked. I will say this, I really like how on this movie finally, it's been kind of going progressively over time, but this movie they finally showed Drax is strong. Because in that very first one, he was not strong. I don't give a fuck. He was not strong. That nigga was weak as fuck. He just had them damn daggers. In this one, he was actually throwing hands. He was being actual Drax the Destroyer. So I like that, because at first when Adam punched him, I said, they about to send this nigga flying, bro. And he just took the punch. I said, oh shit.
Yeah, he did. And then he threw him and was able to like kind of
he was
muscle him up a little bit before Adam just whooped his ass.
Yeah. So I really like that. I also like how they kind of showed Nebula has all the modifications too. Like she would get her neck snapped, her arm broken, then she would just start.
That shit was disgusting. Bro, like when she was
when she was doing like the Exorcist style twitch back. I was like, okay, this is hard. I said, this is cool. That sequence was crazy. Freaking you want to go by a character, every character, or?
Yeah, I mean we could go ahead and start with Rocket.
Nigga,
his backstory was sad. That was borderline animal cruelty in that movie.
You know what's crazy?
Not even borderline. I didn't even cut you off. Like that was animal cruelty. Yeah. Thank God. That shit was CG. What's funny is the guy who played the High Evolutionary, I'm looking up his name, it's like Chukwudi Iwuji. I know I butchered the shit out of that name. But the guy who was in Peacemaker and played
he was the wasn't the agent.
Yeah, the agent. Damn. Just had the shit. Agent Myrn. Yeah, Agent Myrn. He when he was done filming, he didn't see, like when he was filming and doing all that extra shit, he was working with humans. Mm-hmm. And like when they showed the final edits and showed that he was like doing all this shit to animals, he was like, I'm going to hell. Like this is some crazy shit that he was doing to these animals. This was borderline animal cruelty, and he was just like, thank God I was not doing this to those animals. Yeah. It's it was more so like Rocket. We get to him next because he acted his ass off. Yeah. But Rocket's backstory was incredibly sad. I guess this is me nitpicking, but I was like, damn, is he really gonna be hurt like this whole movie? Like he was incapacitated that whole movie. That's just be nitpicking, because it still was all good. It was, and I really like how they showed his backstory, because like obviously this movie is about him. This is about his story, creation. You know, with the villain being tied to him, and even I like that. Bradley Cooper, you can tell like he really likes this role and like likes the character Drax. Really everybody, but definitely Bradley Cooper in this. But Yeah, and it's just like in this one, you actually, because I don't know why it dawned on me. It didn't dawn on me until like this movie, like how smart Rocket was.
Yeah,
Because it's like he was the one who basically works on the ship. He was the one who modified Nebula's arms and bodies and shit, made it better. Like he's their tech guy. It's like Peter Quill just kind of is the glue.
He's literally the captain, and Peter Quill is like the face.
Yeah. So I like how they expanded on that, and his backstory with the friends. The whole time I thought like the friends were gonna like be alive, but when that scene when they showed that the High Revolutionary shot him, I was like, oh, damn.
You know, at first when they showed that scene, I thought the maker in her chest went off.
I did too. I didn't see no like bullet hole.
I didn't see I didn't hear. I couldn't even hear the shot. Like I heard the doom, but I thought that was just like the sound of the little emergency safe device going off on her chest. I was like, oh shit! They leave the cage without permission. That shit go off. I said, damn. Yeah. But then they showed a shot of her. That just made it worse. I said, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, that, and then when Teeth and Floor died, I was like, bro, I was about to have a nigga crying this bit over some fucking animals.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Lila died. I said, hey yo.
I was like, this nigga High Evolutionary is a dickhead. Like, he is crazy.
No, that nigga's insane. But I was gonna say earlier, one thing that I kind of knew some of the stuff about Rocket backstory because I played that the Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out I think 2 years ago or last year. I don't remember the exact date, but because that game is really good. Like the story on there is really good. They talk about a lot of their backstories and their dialogue as they're like as you're going through missions. Mm-hmm. And Rocket talks about some of the stuff. He's like, yeah, I was tested on XYZ.
Yeah, and then even just as, like when Nebula said when they got his like records, thank you, in that base, and they were showing like the stuff that was did to him. And when Nebula said like this is worse than what Thanos did to me, like that's some shit.
Yeah,
because Thanos put her through a blender,
nigga, and you saw it in the movie when he when they tore her body apart.
So imagine doing that to some animals. Animal cruelty, dog.
I will say, I really thought that nigga Rocket was gonna die.
I did too. I was like, there's no way they about to have him on a hospital bed this whole night. I mean, this whole movie just to kill him off at the end. And it's like, well, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like, and James Gunn is prone to do that. Like he's shown in like in the Suicide Squad movies and his movies he's made, he don't give a fuck. He will kill a nigga off.
Yeah.
So I was ready for him to die. I thought Beanie Joma, because Beanie Joma saw it together that Thursday opening day. And when he got basically roundhouse punched by Adam Warlock, I thought he was going to die like right there. I was like, there's no way they about to kill this nigga like 15 minutes in. Like, there's no way they about to kill this nigga this early.
Nigga, I thought he was going to die at the very end when he went into the 89 unit chamber, like his old chamber. When they went in there and he saw the baby raccoons, I thought he was gonna get shot right there.
I thought he was.
I was like, this moment.
Come out the corner.
I was like, this moment is low key too perfect.
It is
for this nigga to live. I said he's about to walk around. He's about to turn with them little babies, the baby raccoon. He'll get shot in the chest and be gone.
Because it's like they just saved him.
Yeah.
Then he goes back. He goes back. I'm like, nigga, get your ass out of there. Get out. This whole time I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, watch the same shit that happened to Lila happen to him.
Yeah.
Come around the corner and get shot.
I thought that was going to I thought he was going to get shot. He's like bleeding out, and then all the rest of them was going to come in there and like whoop the High Revolutionary's ass, then get him out and be like, we can't save him. Some shit. I thought it was going to be some shit like that.
Yeah.
Because if they did that, I ain't gonna lie, I would have cried. I would have cried. I won't cap. I would have shed a few tears. I would have been
crazy. So, thankfully, that didn't happen. And I guess we can get to like the higher, like about the group and just like the whole death thing. Like, I'm glad no one did die.
Yeah.
Like, even though I came in the movie expecting it and it didn't happen, I'm glad they got to go, like, to,
they kind of got their own endings.
own ending and they got to leave on their terms.
Yeah.
Like, no one took that away from them. So I'm glad about that. But, yeah, Rocket was amazing, this movie. We should go into Groot for a little bit. Shout out to that nigga Groot, dog. Shout out to that nigga Groot.
You know what was funny about Groot? So, did you notice that nigga was driving everywhere?
No.
He was driving everywhere they went. He was driving all the time. I said, it's funny that they got Vin Diesel driving everywhere as Groot. That hoe is crazy.
That's funny.
Because, like, when they pulled up on I forgot the corp name, where they got the records, he drove in. Remember, he drifted in and he was like, was it cool? At the end of the movie, he was driving at the main thing, and it was a few other times, and they kept showing him like this driving. I said, they know what they doing.
It's about family.
Yeah, Groot.
Nah, when he spoke at the end.
No, when that nigga spoke at the end, I was like, because like when they were all saying their thing, I said, Jax, I said, me and Jax was like, it'll be hilarious if this nigga say family at least one time throughout the movie. And then when he spoke and said, we was like, what the fuck?
It's like, I love you guys.
I was like, what?
Nigga, me and E. Joe was like, oh shit. Like, that was probably the lightest she was in that movie. Yeah. She was like, oh shit. This nigga said a word.
Bro.
I was like, what?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they definitely it was slow enough to where like it was about to be another Iron Group, but it was like, I love you guys. I was like, whoa. I did not expect that at all. That was funny as fuck.
Yeah, if that nigga said family, I'm not gonna lie, this would have been it would have been 10 out of 10. 12 out of 10.
That would have been hilarious.
He would have needed an Oscar. I would have voted an Oscar for Vin Diesel just for saying those 3 words.
Groot or King Shark?
Groot. King Shark is funny. And Peacemaker. Nah, King Shark is funny. Groot. Groot. I will say another cool thing about Groot. Hey, when Peter said kill them all in the High Evolutionaries headquarters and Groot pulled out fucking 12 guns and just bam, 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 he starts shooting everybody. Another thing, my bad, I was about to cut you
you're
off.
good.
Another thing with this movie is you could kind of tell this was like the closing movie because James Gunn was getting away with a lot of stuff. When that nigga Peter said,
he's like, open the fucking door.
Yeah, he's opened the fucking door. I said, James Gunn, I see what you did. I said, you're letting all your movie stuff out. And they was showing people get shot, stabbed, blood.
It was like a fucking HBO movie.
Yeah, I said, you could tell this is the final one. And James Gunn said, I'm leaving on my terms. Everything I want is in this movie now.
Literally. But, yeah, Groot. Man, let's talk about Peter Quill. Nigga.
Man.
I'm going to go straight to that ending. I was convinced he died in that instance.
I thought
was
he
like,
died.
no fucking
Yeah, I was like,
way.
this is the most climactic, anticlimactic death I've ever seen. And I can see them killing this nigga almost for no reason. Almost it's almost like a joke death. It's like, oh yeah, he's dead. We're like, what? Bro, when his face swelled up, I said,
yes, I was like,
he's about to
he's
explode.
He's about to die. And then when Adam Warlock came in and saved, I was like,
hey, you saw how they did the picture, the little
with
hand
like,
picture. I forgot what it's called.
Adam and God and Jesus, I think, or God. It was like Adam and God or something.
That was funny.
That was
damn. I just thought of something. Is that picture Adam and Jesus?
I think so.
Let me look up something because I just have hold on, bro. I can't even speak. Keep talking, then we'll come back to it.
But Peter Quill had I liked his story arc in terms of like, because his point was trying to get over, like trying to come to terms with this is not his Gamora, and like he just needs to reconcile that. So I like that. I did think like the family thing at the end was kind of random, but I was okay with it because I was like, okay, I mean, at least they paid it off.
Yeah.
Like in terms of him saying like, oh well, he hasn't seen his family in a long time, so I guess it kind of ties everything like getting closure on his story because for the most part he hasn't been back to Earth. He hasn't stayed on Earth for like any longer than a day. Like he was on Earth for the Endgame fight, then left. Like immediately left. Didn't even come to old dude. Didn't even come to Tony Stark graduation. His funeral.
Oh, okay. I just looked up the picture. So in that picture is God and Adam. But I was like, it would have been almost crazy if they said it was Jesus and Adam. Just only because my mind just went to because Peter is the son of a god, technically.
Yeah.
A celestial. And then Adam Warlock is Adam. That whole would have been, I'm not gonna lie, they did that's a crazy concept to think about. That's just a side tangent my brain went on.
Nah, when you brought that up, you bring that up now, it makes a lot of sense. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was James Gunn's mindset or like idea he was reaching for in that scene.
Yeah.
But
but on
Peter Quill's story arc, I like that a lot. I liked how they jokingly tried to like ship him and Nebula.
Yeah,
I was like, y'all better not.
No,
but that shit was
when he was like, I never noticed how black your eyes are. And she said, yeah, my father replaced them. He said, he did choose a nice color. I said, nigga, I burst out laughing. I said, ain't no way you this down bad.
Chose them as a way of torturing me. I mean, he just chose a nice set. Like, dang, that's W. Reyes. Yeah, that's. Nah, but that whole scene, I guess I was want to talk about like that scene of them in that lab. That shit was actually like kind of crazy too, when he was trying to like riz up the girl, like that whole scene, and Gamora just like, nigga, fuck that, like he was just trying to go fucking commando in that whole scene.
That sequence of that lab, first them getting in there,
right,
and then
that was hilarious.
Them freaking like changing into the suits, and then they walked in. And I forgot the actor's name. The one who's playing the main security guard.
Yes,
bro. When Peter was like, "I'm sorry, he's one of the station manager's son. He's kind of dumb," and the actor was like, "Yeah, I got one of those of myself." I was like, "Hey, yo, this dude's racist."
That was crazy. He's like, "Tell me about it." Like him, and I'm like, he talking shit right in this nigga face.
Nigga said, just look at him.
Just look at him.
I said, "Hey,
like, ain't he right there?"
He was like, "I'm trying, boss." He said, "No, you're not." Nah, that was hilarious. And then you can kind of see how they did the little Among Us vibe.
Yeah, it was Nathan Fillion.
Okay, that's his name.
No, but yeah. Well, apparently it was supposed to be like a reference from the Space Odyssey movie, but niggas ain't that old.
Yeah, I was about to say
I caught the reference, but
that definitely felt like Among Us. When they cut open the hole and try to get it, I said, "Hey, he going through the vent."
Yeah, a lot of people said Among Us, but apparently it's a 2001 Space Odyssey reference. It's supposed to look like their suits, but yeah. Just talk about Nebula for a little bit. We kind of talked about it already, but I really liked her in this movie. It's just like every time I see her, I don't really think like she is a part of the group now. Like she is almost like more integral, like more interesting and more important to the group than like Gamora was when she was on it before she died.
Yeah, I feel like her lines are better.
I agree.
That's one thing I'll say just overall. You can kind of see the progression as a team with how the dialogue had changed. Because that first movie, the dialogue was like, it was all right, but it felt natural how the dialogue was like weird. It's like, I just met these niggas, now we fighting shit in the galaxy. All right, like what the hell? Second one, it was a lot better. This one, I'm not gonna lie, it felt so natural hearing them talk to each other, joke and everything. I said, like halfway through the movie, I said, this is some good ass talking.
Yeah, her and even like I guess we can talk about like Mantis and Drax as a duo because I feel like they're a couple without being a couple in a way. Like you know what I mean? Like you can't talk about one without the other. And just their interactions on screen, like when they was in the lab and old girl hypnotized the guard to make him like Drax. That shit was funny.
No, that shit was
and then
hilarious.
even when they was in the in like near the final scene when they was on the ship and he was talking to like the children.
Oh,
like
when he was start speaking his own language.
And they was like, when the fuck did you learn how to speak their language? It's like, you never asked.
No, I would say Drax. The way Batista knows how to time his jokes, that's like some, I don't know. His comedy in these hoes has been 10 out of 10. This one specifically, the timing on them jokes, no joke missed. No,
yeah, I would agree.
I would say no joke missed.
Like,
at least from Drax, no joke missed. I may have missed a few jokes from somebody else, but everyone I heard from him, hit.
Second best friend. This nigga bad.
No, bro, we had the bag of the food. He was like, he gave one to Peter. The Mantis was like, "What if I won one?" He was like, "I'm all out.
I'm on the last one." Because I just ate the last one.
And did you see him reaching back in the bag slow? It's cricket on the crumple noise. He's like, I said, all right, bro.
They just burned down the whole establishment. He can't get no more.
What else did he do? Oh, when Mantis told him to give Peter advice.
Yes.
On the bridge.
Yes.
and then Peter was like, wow, Drax, I didn't think you were capable of that.
Yeah. This movie just made me think about like the Christmas special and how much I appreciated that in a sense of like kind of solidifying their relationship. Because that, in my opinion, that special was really about them two. It was about them two. Like I understand like the premise was about like, how am I not knowing his name? Like Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, missing Earth and different things like that. But it was like that was a Drax and Mantis special. And I was all here for it. That whole shit was hilarious. And it just like that carried over into this movie. And it's like I just grown to appreciate their relationship more as like dumb, like Tweedledum-esque relationship. Like even when towards the end when they all went their separate ways and Drax was like, "Oh, you need a guard. Like I'm coming too." Like, no, I need to go by myself. That was kind of sad because I'm like, damn, like he really is gonna miss her. Like he really liked her, and that was sad to see, but it was good. Like just seeing that send off. And yeah, Adam Warlock.
Oh wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
One thing about Mantis, I'm glad that they made her actually fight and throw hands. Cause I feel like she's only other few times we've seen her is when like she's brainwashed people. But this movie, she was actually boxing and helping box. So I was like, okay.
And I think to your point, we kind of got that first in that special.
Yeah.
Because that was when we realized like, oh shit, like she actually got hands for real. And again, they just kind of carried that over in the movies on top of like Drax's strength. Like I watched that movie, I'm like, damn, this nigga is strong. Like they did nerf this nigga a lot.
Yeah. And I'll say it was one scene when those battery eaters, octopus things.
Yes.
When they were showing them and she went up to talk to one. I honestly thought she was about to eat. Bro.
I thought that too. I'm like, if this was a Suicide Squad movie, she would have been 8.
This dude Jack said, he said James Gunn could do one of the funniest things on earth right now. I said, what? He said, if that octopus eats her, I'm yelling. I'm not gonna lie, because the way they showed it,
I was thinking the whole time like this bit is gonna get 8.
I was like, if they have it eat her and then spit her out maybe like a few minutes later, okay, that's cool. But I was like, if there's that initial chomp, if they do that shit, I might stand up out my seat and run off just laughing, because I was like, this moment is too perfect for them not to do it, but it's also too perfect for them to mess it up. To like,
you know what? And to that point, I think there's a deleted scene somewhere
where she got eaten.
I think there's a deleted scene somewhere where Rocket actually died. I think there's a deleted scene where Drax died.
It's definitely a deleted scene. When he got shot, when he got shot by that cannon in that damn corp, and he flew, nigga, I said, nigga, your sternum is cracked. I said, your chest is exposed, because he crumbled, and then he got shot in the back too. I said, hey, yo.
Yes, I was like,
I said,
hold on now.
I said, Drax just died in front of y'all.
Nah, but that was funny. But Adam Warlock, how did you feel about him?
I kind of like that I won't say he's dumb, but he was like a child. He's essentially a child.
Yeah,
because one, they woke him up early, and I kind of like how they explained that when they were like, why was he beaten? Well, she was like, you didn't let him, he hasn't reached his full potential and strength and everything, because he woke up all these extra, I don't know, days, years, however long he's supposed to be, but you woke him up early. Mm-hmm. So that kind of, and that also lets you know he's going to be stronger, and later, if whenever they add him in later, he should be stronger. Right. So I kind of like how they threw that line in there, and I wasn't tripping that he was kind of dumb.
I wasn't tripping either, because like, to your point, like, he's a kid in the body of a god. Like, I don't even think he understands how powerful he is.
Oh, he definitely doesn't. And then he took everything literally. Like, when they were like, show Weeby's business, the pirate, and he said, okay. And everybody was like, what the fuck? And then he was like, and then old dude was like, oh, you have an idiot too, huh?
Yeah. I get it. Have one right here,
bro. Yeah, because when he fried him, our whole theater was dying laughing. We said, what the hell? Yeah, so I kind of like how they showed he is strong, but he needs to actually learn who he is.
Like, right, that, and just like how powerful he is and like how dangerous he could be. But yeah, I like that too. I thought it was pretty funny. I like how they didn't make him like overly stupid. I think that would have been very annoying. But
it would have.
It was just, different nits and tats. It was a bit sad when, I guess, his mom, like the lady from the Sovereign, died.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, damn. Damn, he wasn't able to get her.
Nigga, they was murking niggas in this movie. They blew up the whole fucking planet.
They did. That was crazy.
Like, thinking back on it, they blew up our Earth. And just kept going on with the mission. But it's like you couldn't even help everybody because you couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. That, and then, Adam Warlock. I like how, I like the scenes in the camera action around him. It was very Superman-esque. And the whole time he was flying, I'm thinking, if this is what we get in Superman Legacy, bro, I'm excited.
I was thinking the same thing when they were showing his scenes flying. I said, "This show is shot
beautifully."
I said, "This is incredible." I said, "James Gunn, you're doing the damn thing."
He's giving us a Superman trailer, and we don't even know. We ain't even realize.
And another scene that I talked about earlier. I didn't go in detail. The best fight scene in that movie, that hallway fight, when they was just killing niggas. When they did the first meetup. Well, the meetup on the ship, like at the last sequence, the last scenes,
right? Oh,
like when Mantis and them just came and hopped off the little octopus things, and then they walked out. Yeah. So one thing. In the video game, right? You saw Peter had his like cassette tape in one ear. Mm-hmm. In the video game, it's like a thing you do. Like if you do enough damage in games, you get ultimates, whatever.
Right.
It's a sequence you could do where, you pretty much can power everybody up by listening to your cassette tape. So they when they did that huddle, I said, "This is from the game," because they'll come in and then you have to like. It's a lot of details. Pretty much, you have to choose the words that they are saying, and that'll make everybody power up. So when they did the little huddle, he had his cassette tape. I said, "Oh, this is like the game." And then when they went to when they went into the hallway, they were doing like combo moves and shit. I said, "This is like the game." But I will say that hoe was shot.
That was shot beautiful.
Crazy. The way they showed everybody doing a power, the way they showed different angles of shit happening.
Yeah.
And they was fatality niggas. They was not holding back. They was shooting niggas. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all I can
all
say.
we got to say. But yes, the whole movie was shot really well. Everything seemed smooth. Nothing was really choppy. And that's really for like a lot of movie like Marvel projects. Nothing's really shot terribly. But like this one was shot really good. And especially the scenes with Adam Warlock, because like a lot of that stuff is very CGI, like animated, and it's just like that stuff seemed very good. It seemed very Superman-esque. So it just made me even more excited to see what James Gunn has planned for that Superman Legacy movie. It made me think like it was very similar to when they had Icarus on when they had Icarus like flying around doing Superman shit in Eternals. I'm like, don't let Disney fuck around and get the rights to DC. Like, this is DC saying we can make a Superman movie better than y'all in a way. But that's just my nit for that. Now, the High Evolutionary.
Who I can say for sure, he dropped some of the hardest bars since his bars was harder than Kang. I'll say that now. The whole time I'm watching this, and I even told Ijoma this, I'm thinking like, imagine if this nigga was Kang the Conqueror. You know what's crazy? I saw somebody make a post like that. They was like, to be honest, if y'all just not scrap Kang, but like find a way to transition him and say that was just a Kang variant or some shit, they said that shit will work. And you know what's crazy? Right? I'm gonna talk more, but just his suit, that explosion he did, it was almost exact identical to what Kang did.
It was.
That
scene was crazy. That scene was insane. When he blew that shit up.
When them niggas said, if we think you're too obsessed with 89, what is it, 89P14?
89P13 or something?
Yeah, when you're too obsessed with Rocket. And he was like, I don't care. Get me Rocket. And they all pulled their guns out on him. I said, oh shit. I said, wait, we doing this?
They gonna shoot him?
That nigga said, he looked at them. He blew up the bridge. I said,
he was like, I looked at Ijoma's face. I was like, what?
Bro, he blew up the fucking bridge. Nigga. And his suit, like, being able to control gravity is crazy.
His power set was insane. He was like sneaky powerful.
Yeah.
Like they didn't show it a lot, but when they did, it was like, oh shit. Like, just so y'all remember, like, he ain't just no pushover. Like, he just ain't no mad scientist.
Yeah.
He's a mad scientist, but he got some power to him.
When they showed him throw Adam into that fucking wall and start crushing, that's when I was like, oh. I said, he's actually strong. And that nigga Adam was screaming. I said, wait, this nigga strong.
Right, and then it's like, you gotta think, like, he made him. Like, he made all of these different races, all these different groups, the sovereign, the 90s, I'm just say the 90 species, the ones that were on counter Earth, and like Rocket species. He made Rocket and all these. I think they named like another race that he was.
Yeah, they named like one or two more. I couldn't remember them.
I'm like, he made all these civilizations, and is still this powerful.
Yeah,
he's not to be fucked with,
bro. When he said that, when Peter said,
it sucks that they killed him off again. Like, they killed another villain again, but
that's what Marvel does.
This is what Marvel do.
Bro, when Peter, when they first got in his little headquarter base, and Peter was talking to him, he was like, now you got time for me, asshole. And they start talking. Peter had said something about like, are you just gonna like kill the civilization or something? Or he said something to the effect of like, how could you do this? Or He said, so how can you do that? He said,
I think it was
something
like, you can't have like a perfect civilization out there like that. And then the High Evolution was like, you're right.
Yeah.
Delete this shit.
And then they pretty much said, "Are you trying to play God?" Then that nigga said, "God isn't here. That's why I stepped in." I said, "Oh my God!" And the way he screamed it, I said, "This nigga is going crazy."
Nah, this nigga is going crazy. He is a great actor. Like the whole time, like this nigga could be king right now. And like they could retcon the High Evolution. They technically killed him off already.
Yeah.
They could have him as king. I'm not mad.
Nigga, I would be happy.
Jonathan Majors was great. If they make this nigga king,
hey, honestly,
I'm happy.
Throw him in the running right now.
I'm a happy nigga.
Marvel, you listening to us? We know it. Make him king.
I say if y'all really that pissed off at Jonathan Majors, make that nigga really Voldemort. We got a good one right here.
Yeah. You already got rid of him in Guardians.
Guardians, technically. I mean, I didn't see a body, so I don't know if he really died. But hey, if he is dead, you can use him as king. So I'm like, who else would work?
Shit. Besides the people we talked about last, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I don't know. But no, he an elite actor. I was fully convinced that he was a high evolutionary.
I was convinced he played that role, and you could tell how much he was excited for the role from the moment we saw him dress up at what was it, like Comic-Con? It was Comic-Con, and I was like, "Oh, this nigga excited," but it was like, obviously, anyone can be excited for a role that may not translate to him being like good, nigga. Shut me up,
bro. And the crazy thing is, outside the screaming, him being calm and like, I won't say flustered in scenes, but it was like a psychopath style. I don't want to say Joker because it wasn't Joker, but it was like it was like a deranged, calm person, the way he was talking. And I was like, this, I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep saying this acting was crazy, bro.
It was.
When he grabbed Rocket's head, he was like, "We need your brain."
Yeah, I said, is he gonna crush it?
It was like, how could something so ugly know this? I said, bro, he's going off, bro. Yeah, man, I can't. Definitely the best villain. Is he the best villain since Thanos?
No. I think he's the best villain since Kang the Conqueror. I think Kang the Conqueror was like a slightly better villain in terms of like impact and dialogue, and then High Evolutionary came around. So
who you think had a better dialogue in the movies, Kang or High Evolutionary?
I think High Evolutionary did, just through like his energy and passion, like his tenacity.
Yeah.
Like he was insane. Now Kang was up there, and it's like Jonathan Majors. He be acting with his face, so it was like his face would tell 1,000 words just by how he was looking. Because he did the same shit in Creed 3.
True. Yeah.
But yeah. I mean that's really all the main characters.
Yeah. Outside of that, I think the only thing to say about Gamora is it wasn't the same Gamora, because obviously it wasn't the same one.
Yeah,
she was annoying in the beginning though, to me at least. But I she came around the end, and then like once it hit like the middle of the film, I was like, okay, she's cool again. But the beginning, she was kind of annoying me.
She was annoying me. It was just like I wasn't really taking her seriously until like the end when she came around. You know, I mean I wouldn't say it's stuck because it made sense why she didn't join the group. She was like, I'm not
the same Gamora.
Not the same person. And, you know, it was nice to see her like come around towards it and like see how like why these people actually care for each other. Like all this for a fucking raccoon. Also, speaking of that, this nigga Rocket really did not think he was a raccoon. Well, I guess he just didn't know what a raccoon was.
Yeah, he didn't.
Okay.
Because in the very first movie, I think Peter calls him a raccoon, and he was like, "I'm not a raccoon." And then he was just like, "What the hell is a raccoon?"
And then he seen that name on there. I was like, oh shit.
I'm Rocket Raccoon.
That scene was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I might actually buy this DVD. I haven't bought a DVD in who knows how long. I don't even know, do they even still make Blu-ray DVDs?
I think they do, yeah.
I might buy this one. Fuck it.
But
yeah, that's
I mean that's basically the movie itself.
Yeah.
Like I liked, different parts in it. I thought the scene where they were in the lab was hilarious, and then I was like the ending, like big bad fight battle. I liked that scene with Nowhere was
when they pulled up on the High
Revolutionaries Cuba
and they shot it
on his Allspark.
Literally the Allspark. Fucking, he was on Cybertron.
No, but yeah, that movie was cold. I liked Kraglin.
Yeah, Kraglin.
Yeah, he was funny. Also, even Cosmo the dog.
Cosmo is hilarious.
Don't call me back, dog. Take it back.
In all my years in Russia, they never call me bad dog. But this guy called me bad dog twice.
Yeah.
And it hurts. Yeah, no, it was good. End credit scenes,
that last one pissed me off. I'm sorry.
Peter on Earth. We know Star-Lord's coming back. The person, nothing else was important about that scene, right? I felt like I missed them saying somebody's name, but I couldn't remember if I did or not.
It was something like Kevin Bacon, but that was just him reading the newspaper.
Yeah. Okay, because I know his grandpa said something about cutting somebody's lawn.
Yeah, it was like
I was trying to hear the name.
Kevin Bacon's and like the lawn.
Okay, that's what he's talking. Okay, so that wasn't important.
But yeah. It was,
and then the second end credit scene was the new Guardians team.
Yeah, this is the new Guardians team,
which is Groot, Rocket, Adam Warlock, Kraglin, Cosmo, and Phyla. Yes,
and I think Phyla is supposed to be like they're like that. The new what's it called? Quasar, like the new Marvel.
Yeah, because I had a whole description. Because that was the same girl that was running in circles on the little test thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a descendant of the original Captain Marvel. In the comics, that's what she is. Right. So I don't know what they're gonna do for her in there. Make her another Marvel.
If she's anything similar to like Adam Warlock, then you'll say like the High Revolutionary made her and just made her ultra powerful. Just basically what they did with Adam Warlock. Okay. And I like that, but
that nigga Groot is huge. A fucking he is a kaiju now.
But I think basically like King Groot now.
Yeah, he had that crown.
Yeah.
But what scene you said before I went on my rant? Like saying all the scenes. What scene did you like?
I just liked the scene. I like the ending scene because usually a lot of these endings in these movies and shows get kind of corny. But I really like this one a lot. And I was like how the camera was shot well for a lot of them when the Nowhere head was essentially like stuck to the cube. And even at the end when Star-Lord almost died, I think in that instance he was dead. Like you can't tell me there's no end credit scene or like there's no like movie before this one where he dies in that instance.
Yeah.
I was firmly ready for him to be done. Like this nigga is really dead. Especially when his face started bloating up. I was like, wow. Like just like his dad. Well, stepdad, technically, but like Yondu. I was like, damn. But all in all, I really liked it was a really good send off for this cast of Guardians. Obviously, I think they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna make more Star Wars movies because I saw
Guardians.
Guardians. I'm still stuck on May the 4th. But I'm not. I don't think they'll make more Guardians movies because I saw somewhere where Kevin Feige was like, we're stopping at trilogies. We're not doing any more fourth movies.
Yeah,
unless it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna have them show up as like Secret Wars or a different movie.
Right, just show up in different things.
Not the Marvels. I was about to say maybe the Marvels, but I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe it would probably be that one girl you said,
Phyla. Yeah,
Phyla. If it was like a third Marvels movie,
yeah.
But
yeah, I think the next time we see them,
yeah, or like maybe we see them or one of them, like because I know they're supposed to be introducing Nova. Now, which version? I'm not sure, but I know it's supposed to be introducing Nova, and then maybe they could have the Guardians in there, and then
they pick them up.
They pick them up, yeah. Welcome to join our crew, type deal. But yeah, all in all, I liked the first end credit scene a lot. I thought that last credit scene was not needed.
Oh, them what fighting at the end?
No, the last end credit scene where they were saying like Star-Lord will come back.
Oh.
I was like, it's a waste of time. Even someone in our theater was like, well, that was lame as fuck. Everybody laughed. It's like, yeah. But, you know, the whole outside of that, and that's really just be nitpicking, like the whole movie was great. And I enjoyed it.
You think it's the best Phase 5 movie?
Yes. Without question.
I do too.
Question.
I don't remember everything in Phase 5, but I think it's the best.
It's really just because Phase 5 started with Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah. Ant-Man, Black Panther.
No, Black Panther was the end of Phase 4.
Yeah,
and then
Ant-Man. So it was just been Ant-Man.
Phase 5. So it's really just been Ant-Man and Guardians.
Oh, yeah, it's better than Ant-Man.
I'm trying to figure out like what's... And then the Marvels is next.
Yeah.
I don't think the Marvels will be better than this movie.
Yeah. I think the Marvels is going to be really good,
I think it's going to be good. I think it'll be better than the first one. I just don't think it'll be better.
I think it's going to be a lot better than the first one.
I think it'll be a lot better. I don't think it'll make the same money as the first one did. And that's okay. But yeah, I don't think it'll be better. I'm not expecting it to be better than this third Guardians movie.
Yeah. But all in all, great movie. Marvel moving back in the right direction. Thanks to James Gunn as
even
always.
Ijoma said this. She was like, I don't need to see no more tweets, no shit about Marvel, the MCU being bad.
Let's have a discussion. All right, bro.
But is it time to get in that bag?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this has nothing to do with what we was talking about.
That's fine.
I have some questions that I was asking a couple of I was asking Ijoma first, and then some other friends of hers, their takes on it. This about there's a sassy man epidemic, and apparently there's like a list of things that make niggas sassy. So I'm gonna run them by. I'm gonna run a few things I ran by Ijoma.
Are you talking about that dude on TikTok that makes that list? Like every time it says niggas can't do this.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's probably the same thing, but I was just watching a podcast and they was talking about the shit, and it was very laughable. The things that they said were sassy.
Man, it's probably about to be like drinking
but
water.
Okay, the first one is a nigga going to the movies with his homeboy, like with his niggas.
That's sassy.
That's apparently sassy.
Shit, I'm sassy as hell.
Bro, I'm about to say, do you think that's sassy?
No. Because you gotta for the sake of not even arguing, because it's not even an argument. I could tell that it's like dumb humor, not dumb humor, but the thing they said is stupid. But it's like, do you not go to the movies with your friends? Are you like?
That's what I said.
Like, what are we talking about?
That what I asked Ijoma. She was like, Well, actually, one of their friends, they were like, I don't know. They were kind of being stupid about
They
it.
was forcing.
But they're like, well, what movie is it? Like, what depends? They're like, that's a date. If it's just you.
Do y'all not go on friendship dates?
I mean, I think they do. But again, that's
Bro,
women.
it's not.
He's talking about niggas.
Oh,
You invite your niggas like, hey, we trying to see John Wick.
yes. You
Yeah.
think I'm about to just go with a random?
No, I'm agreing with you.
No, I
think
know.
that
I know.
shit's
But I'm talking
stupid.
about
The conversation.
Like if I was talking to them, like I'd be like, so if I want to go see Terminator 3, why would I ain't gonna lie, why would I take somebody who know nothing about this shit and gonna be asking me 100 questions in a movie when I could go with my boys and we all know what's going on.
Experience.
And I can laugh at that hoe and not be like, this is what he did, XYZ, XYZ. Oh, this is what XY. Like, come on. Because I can't lie. I'll make jokes in movies, but when it comes to like full blown, if you ask me a full blown question, that's not something like I can answer like quick fast. If I have to really think about answering your question in a movie, I'm not gonna want to go get with you. It's very few people like, because we don't really like. Most we do is say like, what did he say? Or like, did he say this? And you're like, yeah, XYZ.
Right.
It's not like, so in the last movie, did he do this? Like, nigga, what? I'm trying to figure out what happened in this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
their
my
argument was like, why don't you go with your girl? I'm like, there's just certain movies you don't see with your spouse. Like,
yeah, like
I'm not saying you can't do it. Like, of course, because me, like, this is a tangent, and I'll get back to the other questions, but me and Joma saw Renfield.
I don't even know what that is.
Is a movie with Nicolas Cage. Basically, it's about this guy named Renfield, and he's like Dracula's servant, and then he ends up like rebelling.
Oh, I think I seen that. It's like comedy, right?
It's supposed to be.
Okay, yeah, I saw a trailer for that. Okay,
It's not really good, but I was like, okay, matinee during the day might be good, because I was thinking either that or John Wick, and I was like, well, my thinking was, this movie is almost 3 hours. 1, 2, Ijoma has not seen any of these John Wick movies, to my knowledge. So, I'm not saying she wouldn't have enjoyed it. She probably would have. I just didn't want to be in a theater for that long.
yeah,
And I was like, I can probably watch these on HBO Max when they come out. Or if I really want to see these movies, see John Wick, I'm going to find a way to watch it.
yeah.
But, yeah. So, apparently that's sassy.
Shit, what else? They about to say it.
A group, like your homeboys going out for brunch. Is that sassy?
No. You know what? I know. You could tell. I know these questions. I hope the people who actually made their show about these are like, they know the satire, but they're like, you know, because I know there's actual people that think like this though. That's the crazy thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like, for people to actually think like this, you're a loser. Like, you're a straight up loser. But,
well, because Ijoma and her friends were like, they think it is sassy, especially like if you're a nigga who's like getting like drinking mimosas, like getting borderline drunk off mimosas. Like, what are you doing?
So I'm supposed to drink hard liquor every time. Nigga said, if you're not drinking fucking Jägermeister or goddamn fucking whiskey or a beer, you're saying, all right, bro. Mm-hmm. So champagne is sassy, wine is sassy.
I guess it is.
So that means
brunch. Like, they're like, why are you going to brunch with your homeboy? Like, what are you doing?
I didn't know it was illegal to go to a restaurant at a time of day. Ooh, let's get in. All right, bro.
All right, the next one is niggas smoking hookah.
I don't smoke.
That's sassy.
I don't smoke hookah. I wouldn't say it is, because hookah originated from, what is it, Middle Eastern? It's what only Middle Eastern men used to do after a work day. Women weren't even allowed to smoke it. I'm pretty sure that's how it originated. So
it is. That's what I told Ijoma, so, but they're and their friends, and they're like, I don't know, you over here doing tricks with the smoke out of your nose and through your eyeballs and shit. Like, nigga, that's sassy. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've done it before on GTA, and you know, I don't. I'm
I know
shrugging my shoulders. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a experience I would never.
It's do
it again.
It's very satire. I won't even say satire. It's very like, oh, this is like
it's a leisure.
Yeah.
Like it's like, but they're like, nigga, you don't just smoke weed. Like, what are you doing smoking hookah? You just smoking flavored air. It's like, I guess.
What's the next one? I didn't hear.
The next one is dancing. Niggas dancing is sassy.
They said they won.
More specifically, like doing that stiff. Well, they said niggas dancing is sassy, and I was like, because I asked he joined, I was like, niggas dancing isn't sassy, but they're like, if you the nigga like doing that stiff hip shit, like that Lil Uzi, like I just want to rock shit. Or, so like any song, nigga, you're sassy. You need to give it up. Like you in the middle of the circle, seeking it.
That was it. I ain't gonna lie. If you forcing yourself, okay, I'll swear this one. If you doing the hip thing, right, it is a little like, all right, bro, calm down. But like dancing in general, no, bro, it's not.
Yeah, we all agree. Like a nigga dancing is not sassy. Like,
yeah,
would you just want us to be in a club with our arms crossed, nodding our head? What else? What did I say? Okay, I'm gonna think of like a nigga having a skincare routine. That was on the list.
A skincare routine?
A nigga having a skincare routine. A nigga taking care of his skin. That's apparently sassy.
What they want a goddamn... Fuck it, they want Godzilla?
Well, I think it was like more like a nigga having like
like scrubs and shit?
Like an excessive skincare routine. I still don't think that's sassy.
It's not. It's called taking care of your body.
Like what they supposed to do? Get out the shower, wash their face with the same rag they use their nuts on, and get all kinds of acne on their face.
They said, wake up, splash some water on your face, and leave.
Yeah, no lotion, no nothing. What about a nigga like getting a manicure, pedicure? No.
Cleaning your nails.
See, we're right here. I agree with you. That is not sassy. That's
like
that's hygiene. That's hygienic. That's not sassy. Nothing about that is gender specific.
I don't want to go on a tangent, so I'm not gonna say everything that's on my mind. Yeah, it's not sassy, bro. Because in this sense, right, the way they word in these questions is almost saying, and I hate these topics. It's like saying if a woman don't got her nails done 24/7, she's manly. You see how stupid that sounds? It's like, why the fuck I wouldn't expect any woman to have her nails done 24/7. Or it's like, if she don't wear heels everywhere, she's manly. Like, what are we talking about? If her hair ain't done every single day, she's manly. Like, come on now.
I'm pretty sure there's some other things that you're thinking of that you're not saying. Yeah, we ain't got to even go there.
Yeah, like,
But yeah, that's the last one. There's more to the list.
Yeah, no, I could tell.
That's the last one. I was just like, this is hilarious. I must be a sassy ass nigga then.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I guess I am. Cause I like
some sassy niggas, bro.
Yeah, what's up? That's crazy.
But
he Joman them agree to it. To some of them?
Some of them, yes. Like the dancing shit, the hip shit, they said that's
I told you, Joma a hater for real.
Bro, stop doing that. No, but dang, she sent me a TikTok of a getting our bad question, but I smooth forgot. It was like a would you rather.
You want to look it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
As he looks that up, just want to shout out all our listeners that continue to listen to us. We have taken a few weeks off here and there because we have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, nigga about to graduate.
Oh yeah, we got a graduation in 2 days. Got a birthday in 2 days. Got more moving in a few days. I ain't gonna lie, because the month of June, we might take like 2 weeks off just to get stuff in order.
That's fine. Because I probably need to get stuff in order too if I'm going to a whole nother state. So I need to give my shit. But I'll be back up and running once I do that.
Yeah. So we just gonna need time to make sure our setup's good. People got their stuff. I need to get stuff for this new place anyway. And set up a little area in my room to do the new style recording we're gonna do, because it's gonna be more video based anyway, but still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I still can't find it.
Okay. And then also sport news. The NFL schedule comes out Thursday.
Oh, it does.
At the time of this recording, I will be at some of those Texans games for sure to watch my team make it to the Super Bowl. No, I ain't saying that in there right
Go
now.
ahead.
Watch us get at least first or second in the division. I know we're not gonna be last. The Titans are gonna be last for sure.
Yeah.
The Titans are gonna be last.
The Titans had a terrible drop off.
Derrick Henry about to leave too.
Yeah, tell him to come to Houston.
Nah, we got enough. He gonna take too much from Damian Pierce. He gonna demand too many rush attempts. What if Derrick Henry went to Kansas City? Nigga, I would stop watching football. I'd be like, wow.
That's I wouldn't say that's the equivalent of KD going to the Warriors, but it's up there.
It'll be like, bro, you really forced just now, because
It's up there.
there's no reason for you to go there. They already got Pacheco and freaking. Who else they got? They got
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I think he's still there. I don't think he left in the offseason. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be exciting football time. Basketball playoffs going on. Got some games going. The Lakers play tonight. The Heat are playing right now.
Are they winning?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
79-71. Yeah, I couldn't find that thing.
Oh, it's all good.
So, but that's basically all the getting out bad questions I had. Unless you had one.
I didn't.
Okay. Yeah. Apparently, more of the story, we're sassy niggas.
Because
Sassy niggas for life, because we want to have fun. We want to express ourselves. We want to stay hygienic. We want to just kick it with the niggas.
you know, that's actually a crazy concept to say. Just the movie one itself is kind of funny. It's like, what? I'm going to watch a movie.
Nah, it was a TikToker like these niggas on a podcast interviewing like these women, and they asked them that question.
Oh,
and it was like the woman was like, "Nigga, you gay?" Like I don't care.
Goodness gracious!
I was like, whoa, pause. What? Like all the way to that extreme? Okay. Well, with that being said, it's been another episode of the Redacted Show. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us for another episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow.
Oh shit, we didn't do the redacted rule.
Oh damn, yeah, we gotta do our redacted rule one time. Redacted rule: do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Don't let social media define you by this box.
Yeah,
you know, do what you want to do and be okay with that, and also accept what comes with that, with what you want to do. Because sometimes people may not like it, but you got to be in tune with oneself to stay true to what you want to do. Yeah, just do what you want to do. Don't let nothing box you in. But that being said, share us, rate us a 5-star. It's been your boy Dana Dane,
your boy Feeq,
and we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in and ask my crew. Yeah, I'm step with a fan, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull up, park could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cube. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mate. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Silver right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag